I'd like you who are attending electronically. Moving on to 1.03, I look for the adoption of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. I'll call the vote. Dr. Thomas?
Yes.
Dr. Alvin?
Yes.
Ms. Greco?
So moved.
Ms. Glover-Jones?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. I'll call the vote. Dr. Thomas?
Yes.
Dr. Alvin?
Yes.
Ms. Greco?
So moved.
Ms. Glover-Jones?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. I'll call the vote. Dr. Thomas?
Yes.
Dr. Alvin? Students from Marvin, I'm going to have you stay at your seat, but I'm going to have you guys, we're all going to stand up, and you guys are going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, okay? All right, let's all stand up. And there's the flag over there. Can you put your hand on your heart? All right. All right, can you start us off? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, guys. All right, we'll go ahead and move on to 1.05, which is our School of the Month. And we have Marvin coming forward.
Good evening. My name is Nikki Ottenreith. I'm the principal at Marvin Elementary, and I am honored and thrilled to be here tonight and to share some of the things that our kindergarten learners have been doing this year at Marvin. I am joined this evening by my kindergarten teachers, Ashley Heedy, Rachel Schultz. I am also joined this evening by some of my kindergarten learners. I have Monty Viverette, Micah Smith, Tegan Pittman, and Judah Pimblatt. I'd like to start this evening by reviewing our district's vision and mission statement. The Ritenour School District, in partnership with parents and community, will develop leaders recognized for academic excellence and produce graduates who will become productive citizens and lead lives of personal integrity and fulfillment. The mission of Ritenour School District is to ensure learning occurs in a supportive environment that enables every student to think critically, solve problems, and develop the knowledge and skills necessary for success in our diverse global society. The equity statement that closely aligns to tonight's presentation is we will prioritize our interactions with every parent, student, guest, and colleague, and provide a welcoming environment and immediate greeting whenever stakeholders enter our spaces. As many of you know, this school year has been very different from years past. And this year we wanted to ensure that we were providing a welcoming and safe in-person learning environment for our youngest learners, our kindergartners, who are coming to school for the very first time. Tonight's presentation will highlight how our students are engaged in instructional activities that allow them to access the curriculum while adhering to social distancing protocols. I'm going to ask that Ms. Oliver and Ms. Schulten come up with her student, and we're going to show how we have been able to incorporate and integrate learning centers this school year.
All right, hi, I'm Rachel Schulten. I teach kindergarten at Marvin, and this is Tegan Pittman.
Hi.
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about our learning centers and how we have adapted those in these unprecedented times. Typically, we have had learning centers around the room that students travel to, and we can't do that anymore. So each child has gotten their own learning center box that they use every day that has a variety of materials in it. For literacy, some of the things that we have done are use Play-Doh, and we have rice boxes or salt boxes that students are using for letter identification. They might pick out a letter, magnetic letter from their bag and then draw it in the box. They might make it out of Play-Doh, identify that letter, do capital and lowercase. Some of our more advanced learners are even already doing sight words and looking at the sight word wall to build those same things. They have books in their book box that they get to choose every couple of weeks, and then we quarantine those books away before putting them back. And then they get to read to themselves, which is super fun. And then we're doing a lot of word work using our Seesaw app that we have already been using during our virtual learning time. So since they can't get manipulated cards that they share with each other, they're doing this work on Seesaw, and then we're actually able to get it right then and there when they turn it in, and we can see how they've done in their practice. As well as they have handwriting books that came with our new Being a Reader curriculum, and so they get to work on their handwriting as well during this time. Do you want to share your favorite part of your Learning Center box?
That I get to, that I like Play-Doh, and we use the Play-Doh for shapes and letters.
So that's also math, but we've used the Play-Doh for making letters and shapes, and that's Tegan's favorite part. So that's just a little bit about our literacy portion of that and what those boxes have in them and what that kind of looks like. All right, Miss Oliver. Good job, Tegan.
I'm Lisa Oliver. I also teach kindergarten, and this is my student, Micah Smith. I'm just going to speak briefly about how we're also using the learning centers for math. We have individualized bags for each student where we have provided pattern blocks, geo blocks, counting cubes. So we've really just taken our manipulatives, counted them out, and given each child their own set to use. We have just been using, again, that differentiated instruction with Seesaw during centers. Instead of playing the games where they might have to be close to one another, they're able to play those games through Seesaw and not have to be close to one another. Michael, what's your favorite part about your learning box?
Rice box.
You like the rice box? What do you get to write in your rice box?
Letters and numbers.
All right, thank you for sharing that with us, Micah.
So, Miss Oliver, what is a rice box?
Yes, so we got, or a salt box. We bought little to-go food containers for every child, and we started out with salt, just a thin layer of salt, and it's just a tactile way for them to trace letters and numbers. This